Hello! Hello, my favorite people! Wrong channel, wrong intro. Ladies and gentlemen, everything in between, hello, welcome to the channel. This is my second channel, which, like I said, all the Eurovision content has been moved to. And today we're going to be learning more about Eurovision. Now, someone is going to comment, it's inevitable. Favour, you've been reacting to Eurovision for years! It's been 1 year, bitch. Why do you still not understand it? Because I don't, and it just hasn't clicked for me. Is that a problem? No. We're gonna move on. So yeah, today we're checking out what is Eurovision Song Contest. This is an actual guide. The last guide that we tried to react to was just like crazy moments and it didn't make any kind of sense. So someone sent me this link and was like, Favour, this may help you a bit more. So thank you to that person and let's get into it. Subscribe to me here for more Eurovision content. And I know y'all love my Eurovision stuff, so subscribe and like the video so I know you want me to keep doing it in the future. And it will help boost it in the algorithm and all that. So help support the channel. Just go down right now and give it a thumbs up. Anyways, or a thumbs down if you want to do that too. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the video though. Ooh, I started using these headphones because it's better quality audio for y'all, but they're not comfortable, man. Anyway, whew, we really have leveled up in the last month. Remember when I was laggy and the audio was not crisp? Now look at us. Now look at the background. Now look at the quality of my face. Now look at the audio. Can you hear it? Can you hear me? I could do ASMR if I wanted to. Look. Saucy. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into it. Sorry. What was that whole section? I don't know, but that's why you're here, right? You like the randomness of me. You don't know what you're gonna get when you're on Favour. On me. In your dreams, bitch. Anyway.
Sorry about the long hiatus, but you probably don't care anyway.
You're right,
I
sorry.
wanted to make it back with something big, something that you would enjoy. That's why I decided to make this video. If you didn't know, I'm a big fan of Alternate History Hub and follow them on a regular basis. I even made a preview video for an episode that never came History Hub to cover one of my favorite topics, the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah!
If you've never heard of it, that's okay. It's not an American thing anyway. However, since it usually reaches 200 million views, it merits a bit.
Sorry, what the heck? What? Eurovision gets more views. I was gonna say nationally, but y'all are a continent. You're not a country like us. But y'all get more views than the Super Bowl? I wonder what the population stats are in the US compared to Europe. We need to do that next. Like the population and stuff. Statistics.
Bit of explanation. The short version is each country sends in a song and a performer to perform it and competes against each other for points. The winner.
Oh, even when was this video made? 2017. Even back then it was fuck Russia. We love that.
And a performer to perform it and competes against each other for points. The winner walks away with the big shiny trophy and the honor of hosting the event in his or her home country. Simple enough, right? Well, here's the longer version. The contest was launched in 1956
Crazy.
in an effort to bring the war-battered people of Europe together around a single
I
event.
love that.
Brought to you by the newly launched Eurovision network. This network will allow events to be broadcast across all of Europe, or at the very least, Western Europe.
Yeah, that being said, they be hating though. Like, I try sometimes to react to like the stuff from their channel, and it gets blocked. And it's like, BBC, Eurovision, stop being stingy with your content and let us Americans enjoy it. I would go as far as to even say this is discrimination. And you, if you're a true supporter, would know that I am 100% trolling. Like, don't take anything I say serious. I was joking there. But for real, not about the copyright stuff, because for real, I want to see the good quality HD stuff, but I can't because it gets copyrighted.
The contest was very different from today. 7 countries each sent in 2 singers who would perform original songs in their home languages, and juries determined the winner.
Yeah.
The event was hosted in Lugano, Switzerland, and ironically was also won by Switzerland.
That's funny. But I do prefer whenever the countries perform in their own native language, because I feel like, I don't know, there's just something about everybody singing in English. Like, I don't know, I want to see your culture, your history, you personal to your own country type of thing. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to Eurovision, we're all there for the diversity, to see the different things that every country can bring, which was also the point of founding the show, like to unite all the countries on the continent. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you like it when people sing in English because you can understand it better? Or do you appreciate the culture and want them to sing in their native language? Let me know.
Germany would host the next contest, but only because the original intent was to rotate the host. With the number of countries competing even in 1957, which was 10 by the way, that would be a bit impractical. So
Why?
next time it would go to the winner of the last contest.
Wait, why would it be impractical for them just to rotate? Well, aside from the fact that more countries were gonna join, obviously, but you can go in alphabetical order. Yeah.
Practical. So the next time it would go to the winner of the last contest, which made the Netherlands the winner of 1957, the host of 1958. After 1957, a rule change came in that forced people to make their songs at most 3 minutes long.
Yeah, because no one wants to see you fucking having a whole 3-part play on stage. But that being said, it just dawned on me that from the 1950s people were performing. So if you're 50 years old in the 1950s, we're in 2022 now. A lot of these performers are dead. Moment of silence. Oh, we've got to react to more of the vintage stuff, like the black and white with the crispy microphone. You know what I'm talking about? The one that Elvis used to use. Yeah.
Italy scoffed at the original recommended 3.5 minute song requirement. So in 1957, Italy sent in a song that was over 5 minutes long.
Disqualified Italy. The fuck you thought this was? This isn't the opera. What? They scoffed at the rule was put in place for a reason, baby.
With all the rule changes in this contest, the length of songs in the modern contest still stand at 3 minutes max. The
show's
changed a
already
lot
so
since
long.
1956. For example, there was no rule in the early days governing the use of languages in the contest. It was just assumed that people would stick to their native languages.
Yeah.
Until 1965, when Sweden sang in English.
The Swedes! I wouldn't have guessed. Sweden. So they were the first winner, the first host, free healthcare, open prisons. If you didn't know, we just reacted to a Swedish video where we talked about their prisons compared to the US. They can come and go as they please when they're in prison. Sweden is just a whole different life that I have never experienced and really can't comprehend sometimes. I would love to visit and experience it, and the food and all that. I'm just like, I'm on a vibe for Sweden now.
From then on, a rule had to be introduced to force people to sing using only the languages that their countries use.
Yeah.
Socialism at work, ladies and gentlemen.
Socialism? I thought that would be appreciating culture. What does he mean, socialism? By making everyone sing in their native language. So let's see, these people, and y'all know I suck at geography, so I don't want to hear it. So you got the Irish people, yeah. This is Wales, though. That's Scotland, so they'd be Gaelic. English in the UK, Welsh for Wales, obviously. Spanish for this area. French, because France is over here. Italian, yeah. Yeah, it would be so much Belarusian. I've never even heard of that. Ukrainian, don't know what that sounds like. Romanian, Hungarian, Slovak. I want to hear all these. That's the next video. Languages of Europe. Because these all sound like they'd be beautiful. It's better than just hearing everybody singing dusty old English. I want to hear y'all speak freaking, not Russian, baby. Bulgarian. Kurdish? What is that? Latvian. Lithuanian. Finnish. Karelian. Komi. Tatar. I want to hear all of it.
Only the languages that their countries used. Socialism at work, ladies and gentlemen.
What is that itty bitty country in Romania? Let me know the history behind that. What was the thought process here? And then there's another itty bitty one by Romania too. I don't know. Hold on. I don't think y'all can see it. I'm gonna make it bigger. Look. Romania, right? But then you also have this itty bitty thing. And then you have another one. What are these two small countries? And no disrespect, but why aren't they just Romania? Let me know. Okay, back to the video though.
The rule was lifted in 1973, and Sweden won with ABBA in 1974.
You can dance. Iconic! The fact that Eurovision gave us ABBA? Wow. The history there. They had Celine Dion. They had the makeup transgender person. That's also iconic. Fly Like a Phoenix person. Don't know your name. You're iconic. ABBA. Eurovision is like...
Remember those guys? They did Dancing Queen. However, the quality of the songs was put on the back burner because of the popularity of English, so the language rule was reinstated for the 1977 contest.
That I would call socialism.
However, that wouldn't last. In the 1990s, Ireland won 4 times in 5 contests.
Dang!
The United Kingdom won 1 too. Notably,
Dang.
they both used English. The other winners of the decade relied less on language and more on melody, to the point where Norway won in 1995 with what was mostly a violin solo.
What?
Apparently. I can't find any video of the live performance.
Oh.
The language rule was removed for the 1999 contest, and over half of the acts performing in Jerusalem sang in English.
Dang it. But I feel like they thought, okay, if everybody's singing in English and winning, the hello, cause and effect, like put 2 and 2 together, sing in English. But at the same time, I feel like we're losing the purpose of the show. It was to unite everybody, not try to necessarily win, right? Even today, I feel like me personally, I focus so much more on the points and like if something was good or not, rather than just enjoying everyone coming together and doing this fun thing together. Not me calling myself out. Damn.
This time it stayed removed, and since then only the winners of 2007 and 2017 used no English in the winning songs.
I don't like that. Why you... Basically, you need to sing in English to even be considered to win.
Another thing that changed since then is the number of countries that competed. 7 countries competed in 1956, 10 in 1957, 10 in 1958, and then it gradually grew. Many countries entered the contest by the 1960s, bumping up the total to 18 in 1965. The 20-country contest was held in 1978 and 22 in 1987. From there, we reach an impasse because the European Broadcasting Union did not want to grow the contest any further for fear that the contest eats up too much prime time and messes with people's sleep. Malta, of course, was upset.
I mean, I guess at least they care about your circadian rhythm, but at the same time, isn't that just, hello, I'm an American, so of course this is my first thought. More money, the more people are participating, the more countries participating, the more people watching, more money for the broadcast, which means they have more budget, right? More budget for the whole show, and they can start doing more crazy things. You know how in 2012 they had the Queen Elizabeth and James Bond fly in for the Olympics? Eurovision could be doing that stuff with that kind of budget. Think.
Upset about this in 1990 when they weren't allowed in, and even more upset in 1992 when the Netherlands brought participation up once more. Favoritism, perhaps? But that was nothing compared to 1993. Because of the fall of the Iron Curtain, more countries wanted to compete than ever.
The Iron Curtain. Never heard of it. We need to check that out. Let me Google it real quick. What is the Iron Curtain? Iron Curtain is a term describing the political boundary dividing Europe into 2 separate areas from the end of World War II in 1945 until the end of the Cold War. For 50 years? It was up? My God! Anyway, we need to learn the history of the Iron Curtain.
So the EBU decided to invite the best 3 of a qualifier round to join the other 22 contestants.
Aww.
You guessed it, that makes 25.
Just let everybody in.
Let them come next year. We'll kick out the countries that did the worst to make room for them. And so it was in 1994 that Estonia, Hungary, Lithuania, Poland, Romania, Russia, and Slovakia entered for the first time at the expense of Belgium, Denmark, Israel, Italy, Slovenia, Turkey, and Luxembourg.
I thought Italy was a big 5, though. And they're just being extra here. Just let people in. Let everybody in. Instead of making it complicated.
And as for the last of the ladder, they have never returned since.
Oh! What happened to Luxembourg? Are they even still a country? Somebody let me know. Luxembourg. What happened?
And as for the last of the ladder, they have never returned since. In 1996, the EBU tried something. Instead of relegating the bad songs every other year, why not listen to each song and select the best to compete that year?
No, because that's just based on opinion. Just let everybody compete, man. Because I may like a song and you may not like the song. But if I'm like the decider person and I'm like, this one's coming in and it's absolute trash, I just basically took a spot from a good song. You know what I'm trying to say? They're being extra, still.
Sounds good, and 29 countries sent out their entries. The problem is, 6 songs had to go, and Germany was one of them. Not only was Germany's otherwise flawless attendance record tainted, but with no Germany, EBU funding was less secure.
Ooh.
So in 2000, to fix this problem, 4 countries, Germany, France, Spain, and the United Kingdom, were allowed to automatically stay in the contest without...
See, that is such... This gives me, like, if you're rich and have the resources, you can go to this specific college, but if you're poor, you need to go to community college. Or if you're rich and have the resources, you can do this, but if you don't, you're stuck here. I don't like this. I mean, obviously it makes sense nowadays because, you know, you need money, but they're being so stupid. Just let everybody in.
Without risk of relegation. In 2003, if there weren't already too many countries applying for the contest, 4 more who have never played before wanted in. The EBU was supposed to relegate 10 countries from 2002 and find places for all the new countries, but only Ukraine got...
Wait, sorry. What's FYR Macedonia? FYR, what's that stand for?
Find places for all the new countries, but only Ukraine got to sit in for the first time. Turns out that the EBU only got around to relegating 5. That means 16th place Turkey could compete and win in 2003. Also, without relegating more countries, the EBU had to make a schedule with 26 countries. So guess what happened for the 2004 contest? In the 2004 contest, the EBU got rid of the relegation system and created a semi-final.
Finally!
Any country that wasn't part of the Big Four, or otherwise placed top 10 the previous year, had to go through the semi-final.
Can you buy your way into being the... Ooh, hold on, my camera's about to die, bitch. 1 minute. Okay, like I was saying, can you buy your way into being the Big Four and just, like, take the next spot and make it Big Five?
The top 10 of the semi-final joins the others in the final, and for 2004, it worked wonders. 36 countries played in total, so the deficit in seats was definitely covered. The contest suddenly could accommodate up to 40 countries. Now there's no way we would have that many, right? But in 2007, 28 countries competed in the semi-final.
Nice.
That still holds the record for most songs performed in the show.
Oh wow.
But how about the grand total of 2007? Get this, 42 countries participated. What? Also, Andorra didn't qualify for the final, they still haven't. But things changed for 2008. Now there are 2 semifinals, and if you're not the host nor a member of the Big Four, or Big Five when Italy plays, you have to go through the semifinals. The system is still in place, and it tends to work. Most of the time. I could talk about the other ways the contest had changed, like the switch from...
Wait, what was that? What does he mean it works most of the time? I feel like there's some inside jokes that I'm not getting. Someone explain, please.
Orchestra, the backing tracks for each song, or a transition from having 1 person on stage to 6. But
See, and there's just something about the old school Eurovision performances that I love. From like the genuine, just like vibrato and desperation in the voices, the power behind them, to like just the camera work, them just being like elegant. It's not this like extra, and I know I always say I like the lights, I like the glitz and the glam, but sometimes I do want it just to be simple and elegant, you know?
I feel understanding the voting system will help the most.
Oh
Voting
god.
systems pre-1975 vary from contest to contest, from having each jury member vote once, to each jury giving 10 points to any variety of songs they want, to ranking each song out of 10. But in 1975 that changed. A new system allowed each country to give points to their 10 favorite songs. 1 point went to 10th place, 2 to 9th place, 3 to 8th place, and so on until 8 points were given to 3rd place, 10 to 2nd place, and the ever popular 12 points were given to their favorite song. Rinse and repeat for every country. Even that history has its own...
Why not just do 1 through 10? Why skip numbers? Literally just do 1 through 10 points for your top 10 people.
Intricacies, but all you need to know is this. First, juries from each country send in their votes.
See, this is just like the American elections. We have the popular vote, but we also have the electoral college. Nobody likes the electoral college. Me personally, I feel like it should be based on like the amount of people, right? So if you get the most amount of votes by the people, you should be elected, but it doesn't work that way. Because they knew that if a certain, like, there's no denying there are more people in the cities than in the countries. So point blank period, the Democrats would probably win every single time because most people in the city are Democratic and the people in the country are the Republicans. So instead they gerrymandered, made boundaries, and gave certain amount of points to different counties and states and all this other stuff. It's all rigged.
The public has their own set of votes, separate from the jury since 2016. The Points given to each country are then counted up and given from lowest score to highest score. The one with the highest overall score wins. Getting 0 points, however, is a huge dishonor in the contest.
Not him pointing out the UK. It's true, but did he have to point it out? My heart goes out to the UK because this year y'all were good. I can't lie. The guy came out and did his thing. But what was going on these previous years? What were you thinking these previous years? Why was Ireland doing better than England? Or the UK, I guess. The Republic of Ireland. Come on.
It's not likely to happen with this system, though. And there you have it. I could explain a bit more about the contest, a bit more about the rules.
That looks like Millie Bobby Brown. And Justin Timberlake? Interesting. Anyway, this was kind of a good guide. I feel like it gave me more of a history lesson than a guide to Eurovision, because I'm trying to figure out, he explained the voting system, but I'm still a little iffy on it. I feel like I need to watch it live, like a live happening of the show, so maybe we can watch this year's, or a year where there was a big upset. Y'all comment down below, and we can watch the voting system and how all that happens, as well as the semifinals and all that kind of stuff. But if there's anything that you think I need to, like, tone in on and key important stuff, comment down below and we can definitely react to it, because I'm always open to learning, and you know, I love Eurovision, so more content to come. Subscribe if you're new here, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.